Proposition 8.
Proposition 8?
Proposition 8.
Proposition 8.
Proposition 8
is a discriminatory proposition.
Making marriage between a man and a woman.
Outlawing gay marriage in California.
Which we already won the right to have.
and that's just effed up.
Which is absolutely ridiculous and offensive.
And it's legislated discrimination is what it is.
Proposition 8 infuriates me so much.
It was very disheartening. I never thought it would pass.
Who I choose to love, I can't marry by law. And it means that yet another one of my freedoms is taken away.
It means to me an initiative to take away civil rights.
To me, it means that I can't do what I want in life. I can't live that American dream.
So Proposition 8, to me, symbolizes that we have not made as much progress as we're supposed to make.
I was very angry, to say the least, and a bit disappointed because California, in my eyes, is a role model for the other states in America.
It was very disappointing to think that we had made gains, especially in California, of all places. You know, I really thought, like I said, when you knew they were going to put the opposition up there, but I hoped it would get struck down.
I kind of still had hope the morning after. I kept checking the precincts, and I was quite surprised.
We're still waiting for just like itty bitty rights.
Well, when Prop 8 passed, my partner breathed a big ol' sigh of relief. So, woo, dodged that bullet.
I don't have a partner, I have a wife. I'm very adamant, and I'm very angry when I say I have a wife, because she's my wife, because I married her. I have a marriage certificate at my house.
It bummed us both out. I mean, we were apart actually. I was working on an Olivia trip. I was in the middle of Paradise, and she was in the middle of the Abbey in West Hollywood. So we were kind of talking on the phone.
Some people say it's not valid anymore. F you to those people.
It's crazy. It's so unfair.
I feel that the campaign for Proposition 8 on the Yes on Prop 8 side was very negative.
I think with all the commercials on Proposition 8 and all the little advertisements and everything, I think it was a lot of misrepresentation. The Yes on 8 campaign was showing children kind of being attacked or that they were supposed to get a lot of gay education at school, which was never the case.
Mom, guess what I learned in school today?
What, sweetie?
I learned how a prince married a prince, and I can marry a princess.
Think it can happen? It's already happened. When Massachusetts legalized gay marriage, schools began teaching second graders that boys can marry boys.
On the No on 8 side, they weren't really putting a face to the No campaign. They weren't really showing gay couples. They were showing, straight people being like, I don't want to discriminate, but they weren't showing like gay couples that were really going to be ripped apart.
I think we might have wanted to be a little bit more negative. I think our campaigns were a little soft. I think they appealed to people that we already had on our side, with the conservative couple saying we treat our children equally and we want our gay daughter to have the same rights. I think that sort of an appeal is going to get people that are kind of think like we do anyway.
Together, we've raised 3 children who are now adults.
My wife and I never treated our children differently. We never loved them any differently, and the law shouldn't treat them differently either.
People kind of say, well, that's the way it always has been between a man and a woman, and it's just such an easy thing. That's prohibition used to be. It used to be slavery. It used to be women were the possession of a man under certain laws.
Like, okay, so I can go out to war, I can risk my life, I can do all this for my country, but my country's telling me I can't marry someone that I really deeply care about.
Many people still cling on to their traditions and are afraid to challenge their current beliefs.
Why is there a couple that have been together for 20 years that live in Michigan, unable to get married? They love each other. Why? And then Britney Spears is divorced after 2 years.
Religion is an easy one to grab onto. They'll point to Leviticus, somewhere in between whether or not the white pussy sore with the hair in it is leprosy and how many joints the insect has to have for you to be able to eat it. There was a thing about homosexuality.
Well, I went to the Prop 8 rallies. I went to the first one I went to was in Hollywood. It was the Santa Monica and Sunset one. really remember. I just saw a whole group of people.
I was at every single rally. My sister, who's also gay in Seattle, was at every single rally.
I tried to be where I could when I could. I went to rallies, participated with opening people's minds online, and just tried to do as much as I could.
Afterwards, I didn't go to as many. I went to about 2. And I'd say that the most I did, which is not very much, is just make other people aware of what was going on, like saying that the fight is not over.
I'm out there, every night trying to talk to people about it. And the benefit too, as a comedian, is you're not always performing to gay crowds, so you're performing to straight people too. And if they like you and they like your comedy and they like the way you say things, and you might be able to just turn their minds a little bit.
Don't think of it as giving us the right to marry. Think of it as giving us the right to a really ugly, painful divorce. And that could be the ad. They could show a courtroom scene with 2 people screaming horrible, ugly things at one another, and children crying, and giant checks being written to divorce attorneys, and 2 gay men fighting over who's going to get the Crate and Barrel furniture.
We need to laugh right now because we're angry. We're angry and we've been attacked.
I feel that comedy kind of helps our community come together and while feeling our pain for each other, kind of relieving ourselves from the stress that we have from the situation. And I'm really glad to see celebrities and comedians doing commercials.
All right, if I wanted to get married tomorrow, I could do it.
I could do it. I could do it, no problem.
Not that I want to, but I could.
And right now,
Gay and lesbian people in California have the right to get married too.
Which is good times.
Gay and lesbian people have the right now, but now there's people that are trying to take away their constitutional right for equality.
Visibility matters greatly, so I think Wanda Sykes coming out was wonderful, showing people, look, there's a woman that you love her as a performer, you care about her, and look, she's gay. And wow, maybe I wouldn't have voted yes if I knew that an African-American, funny, wonderful woman was gay.
Comedy helps by distracting people from, the harsh news of the world.
Now that Proposition 8 passed, my suggestion to everybody is to stay as educated as possible. Check in with the HRC, the Human Rights Campaign, or go to the Courage Campaign's website, which is couragecampaign.org.
We've got to work together and again just point out the complete hypocrisy in it, and we had to come at it a little bit more aggressively. I thought we were a little bit too passive with our, come on, it's fair, give us the right.
So what we need to do is realize this is a bump in the road. And now, instead of just making gay marriage legal for the state of California, let's make it legal for the entire United States, because it's the right thing to do. The fact that I live in California and I'm in this little loophole where I might still be legally married, that's great for me, but it's not fair to people that wanted to get married next year in the state of California, or that want to get married in other parts of the country.
The biggest thing, whether it's marriage equality or other rights, is just to be out if you can be. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to lose your job, whatever, that's a different issue, but if you can be out, be out. The more people know that they know gay people, the harder it is to take those rights away. It's easy to take some nebulous right away from people out there, but if there's a person that you know and a person that you like that is being affected by this unfair law, you might be more inclined to change the way you think about it and change hopefully the way you vote about it. So be out.